Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and sometimes just downright crazy side of the interwebs. I am your tech director, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, a PhD student has accidentally uncovered a lost Mayan city hidden under jungle canopy within Mexico. Microsoft is asking for 30 of your hard-earned American dollars to keep Windows 10 safe for a year after its official demise. Happening in this week's What the Straya, mate? Straya. And of course, we'll wrap up the program with this week's Moment of Joy. All that and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update. Next. Our first story is fascinating. A PhD student using Google Earth has accidentally uncovered a lost Mayan city hidden under jungle canopy within Mexico. There is a full report on the web, which I suggest you check out in its entirety, but I did want to play just a couple of minutes so you can see the technology used to find this and exactly the scope of what they found.
Yeah, I was looking at data that had been collected by a team of ecologists in 2013 who were interested in mapping above ground carbon in Mexico's forests. They were basically looking at the trees. What's really distinctive about LiDAR as a technology is that it's essentially a shower of laser range finding measurements that rain down from an airplane. And it allows you to digitally remove the trees and see the ground anywhere that light could penetrate. And so I took this data set that had been collected in order to look at trees, selected all, deleted the trees, and immediately laughed because I realized that I was looking at a really substantial Maya city that was previously unknown to the scientific community. Then we started the process of actually formally analyzing it, which means reprocessing the data in order to represent the ground as faithfully as possible, visualizing it in ways that really make small topographic details that probably represent, the remains of collapsed houses, rooms within larger buildings really scream out, and then going through and drawing them all manually in order to develop a data set of ancient buildings whose distribution we could then analyze. And so in this larger area, and it's a data set that consists of a bunch of small blocks and long transects across a large chunk of the Mexican state of Campeche, we found over 6,000 ancient buildings, as well as lots of reservoirs, causeways, plazas, pyramid complexes, palaces, the full spectrum of what you would expect as an expert to find in an ancient Maya city was present in this data set, and none of it was previously known to scientists. This city is unexpected, and what that tells us is that cities like this are actually not that uncommon in the Maya region. The data set that I was analyzing is sort of the equivalent of a dart thrown at the map, and it hit a city. And what we're beginning to find through analyzing this data set and others like it is that no matter how many darts you throw, a decent number of them are actually going to hit ancient ruins. This was just a thoroughly urbanized part of the world that had lots and lots and lots of people living in it 1,200 years ago. But over the course of a century or two, a very large area that had previously been home to millions of people was almost completely abandoned, and indigenous peoples moved elsewhere in the region. And it's important to point out that Maya people in the region today are the direct descendants of the ancient Maya. The people that built Valeriana, their descendants still live in Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. But the distribution of those people changed and basically left a big uninhabited secondary forest in the middle of the peninsula that has been covered in tropical vegetation for a millennium.
It's such an extraordinary story. Luke, I hope you're going to be doing some more Google deep dives. Thank you so much for joining us.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
In the gaming world, having your console go down or your storage go down means that you could potentially lose hundreds of hours of gameplay. And, well, it can get pretty bad. What's the biggest save disaster you've ever had? For me, I've had some pretty big ones, some memory cards that decided they were going to just up and die on me 60, 70 hours into a game, and I must admit that, well, it did hurt. However, it was nothing compared to 611 hours or about 25 days that was recently at risk for one No Man's Sky player who's recently submitted a broken save file to Hello Games in search of a fix. Their problem wasn't a mistimed quick save, though, as No Man's Sky engine programmer Martin Griffiths detailed over on X. He said, quote, "Today I received a 611-hour save that reproduced a flickering bug that has been reported half a dozen times on posts here. Naturally," said Griffiths, "when a player has put that much into our game, it deserves the engineering fix." And this then trickles down to all our future long-term players who promise to hawk that bug and fix it. You can see a video of the glitch in action online. The good news is that Griffiths managed to save the player's save. In a further update, he posted a video of the game running flicker-free in the same area on the same save. Per Griffiths, the problem was a general engine bug limit being reached issue, which means that the fix will now probably help other large bases that had this issue on the Xbox. So, good news for whoever it was that almost had to start from scratch after nearly a month of straight playtime. And also for anyone who might have run into the problem in the future. Oh, and if you're thinking 611 hours is rookie numbers, you're not exactly wrong. According to Griffiths, the record length for a busted save received by tech support is 4,000 hours. Ooh. No word on if they managed to repair that one, however.